Bonjour tout le monde. I present you my mom. This is my mother, Mary Knafo. Hi everybody, so exciting. We just arrived to the vineyard of the Negev. So today we were at the olive plantation and we've been to the winery and we have discovered the place, NEGEV. It's the farm of my friend Yossi KASHKASH, who makes olive oil and wines. Well, we are here next to my hometown, Mitspe Ramon, in the Negev in Israel, and we're just heading to his house. My mom is going to teach you how to make chicken with olives. Poulet et olive. Voilà. מה נשמע? Well, Yossi is having us today. As I said, it's Karmei HaNegev, vineyards of the Negev.
The vineyard of the high mountain of the Negev.
Yes, Har HaNegev.
I chose this place because I know that there is a Nabatic farm that was here 1,600 years ago in Ovdat.
In Ovdat,
When you go up to Ovdat, you can see the place when he crashed with his legs.
Ovdat is it's really close to here. We still have the remains of the city of the Nabat, which is really high, and it's really inspiring because they used to do so many things with so little. And you can actually, like in Romans remainings, you can see the place where they used to crush the grapes.
The grapes.
And all the liquid used to go into a recipient, and then we made the wine.
It was like amphor. The Nabatin make agriculture and he succeed to make a good wine and a good olive oil. So it must be good now when we have all the
water system.
The water system. We had also a water system from the rain, but we have a recycling water from the small city who is nearby, and we had also all the equipment to make a good agriculture, not with a donkey or a camel. We have machines, so it's easier, and we can get more good results because we know better than the Nabat. But the starting of the idea was his, because he chose this place, and I say if he succeed, I can do it better like him or better from him.
Yeah.
But when you are, I born in Tel Aviv. I never make agriculture, and when you go to buy the trees and you come and you say I want an olive tree, you say okay, there's 100 kind of them. What the kind that you want to plant? And I decided that I need help. And 20 years ago there's no Google, so I need to go to a guide from the government, and he told me that if I want to succeed, I need to make 3 kinds of olive tree, because if I don't want that everything will be ready at the same time for pressing, I need to take 3 kind of olives that one of them will be early at the season, one of them will be at the season, and one of them will be at the end of the season.
I'm going to use sweet paprika, some curcuma, so it's turmeric. This is the salt, garlic. We got olives. Yossi, as I understood, the olives goes in this big container, right here?
We start the process when we wash and choose the good fruit.
Yes.
And after the cleaning, they fall inside and get to the crusher. The crusher is no more with the stones. Now we have a good mechanic, and they go to the bath. This bath, the mesh of the olives after the crush have to mix for 1 hour.
Okay.
After 1 hour, we press the mesh.
Yes.
How we make the press? We don't have no more the vertical press. We have now the centrifuge. It's like the wash machine at your home.
Yes.
It's all the mesh with the centrifuge go out, it's squeezed against the drum, and all the liquid is going down. The liquid contains water and olive oil from the olives. So after we put it here, it's another centrifuge that
separate the water from the oil.
From the olive oil.
Yes.
Okay? And from here we get the olive oil, from here we get the water, and after 3 weeks in these tanks, the oil will float.
Voilà.
The olive oil will float, the water go down, and we have another place to take the water. So after 3 weeks, the olive oil is clean.
So my mom says it's better to take the olives without the seed inside. You know, the olive seeds inside. So you see it has a hole in it. These olives are very good as well if you want to stuff them with anything, and it makes really nice olives for aperitif, cheese or whatever. So we have this one from Israel, as we are in Israel. We need some tomato sauce, puree. My little touch will be the saffron, 2 tomatoes. I like to put tomatoes. It's my mom who taught me this. Hein, c'est toi qui m'as appris. It gives a better taste.
Pour donner une couleur.
And to give the color. For my tomatoes, what we're going to do, you can either put them in boiling water and let them a little bit so you can take off the skin. But I have another method that I learned in Paris. You just go with your knife, the back of the knife, you turn it this way, and then I'm going just to cut it, and then the skin will go off slowly and surely. I could use the boiling water, but I prefer to do this way. Don't ask me why. I like peeling tomatoes. We used to make competitions, cutting it in one piece. Almost did it. Look, perfect. There you go. And the other one is the same. Okay, now you can use the tomatoes that are very soft. You don't have to use fresh tomatoes. So here my tomato is just ending its life for us. Well, it's excellent because it has much more water. And my sauce will be much better.
Je découpe en rondelles, en petits morceaux.
So we're going to open this. So we have emptied the cans, the olive cans, in here. The water just drained. We said sifted. Okay, I have the olive, you see. Première étape serait de blanchir les olives.
Les blanchir les olives, les mettre sur le feu pendant.
So you can put cold water. You don't need to heat up the water before. You're going to heat it up together.
Jusqu'à ébullition.
You leave it to boil.
Jetez l'eau.
And then we throw away the water.
Si les olives sont au vinaigre et au sel, il faut au moins 2 fois les blanchir.
Oh, okay, so you can taste a little bit the olives. If you still have vinegar and salt, you will have to repeat this action twice.
Every kind of olives get another percent of oil inside. There's olives that get 15%, there's olives who get 20%. It depends on the kind of the olives.
You can make Yemeni music.
The lifetime of the olive oil.
Oh, you have to consume it in 2 years after it's in the can.
Yes, the lifetime of the olives is 2 years.
So we have the garlic, we have the tomatoes, and now I need to cut them. possible?
On peut les laisser en gros.
Ah voilà, I wanted to ask you, je voulais te demander, est-ce que c'est un genre de plat où je peux mettre une tête d'ail entière dedans? Ou non, c'est plus...
Non.
Okay. So I don't have to cut all the garlic, although we have many dishes, Moroccan dishes, where we can put a whole head of garlic in the dish. My mom says not in this case. So I don't have to cut it really thin, I can leave it this way. So this is ready. Let's see what's going on with the olives. The water is boiling. Now we can drain the olives and taste it and see if all the vinegar and the salt get out of it. This is sabres. In Hebrew we say tzabar. Tzabar is also the name you give to all the people who were born in Israel after its creation, which means I'm a tzabar. Be careful, I sting. We used to have an Israeli children program called KASHKASH. KASHKASH was a sabres. קוראים לי KASHKASH. Be very careful, very gentle, it's very hot. Voilà. Voilà. Okay.
Voilà, tu apportes le plat.
Voilà.
On remet les olives.
So we put back the olives. I'm going to take this off. Okay, let's taste it. We're going to take one. Let's taste it. Ima?
Je goûte si c'est aigre.
So she's tasting to see.
Il faut encore une fois.
So we need another time. It's okay.
This is our shop. Our shop is air conditioned 365 days the year because we need to keep the olive oil in a temperature that less than 36 degrees. For a temperature is higher than 36 degrees, it's not a cold press. Our olive oil have another taste. It's something else, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it, and we even take in competition in Spain. Our olive oil get the second place in a world competition.
While our olives are boiling, Mom, we said chicken with olives, poulet avec des olives, mais encore.
Qui aime la viande, qui aime les boulettes, ce que vous voulez, vous pouvez mettre dedans avec.
You see, this
Ça
is
va?
This is how I learned cooking. So actually, my mom says that you can put whatever you like. If you prefer to have meatballs or if you prefer to have another meat, it's fine. You can prepare it as you're used to, and you put it above the olives. I don't like bitter, but I'm gonna try it.
Yes, I told you, the more bitter, more healthy.
It is bitter, but it's nice. It's very spicy. In my throat, it's really
also
spicy.
spicy.
It almost hurts me. I understand what you say. Almost hurts me.
If you want to take care of your health, every morning, 1 spoon of olive oil, 1 spoon of apple vinegar, and half spoon of honey. I put
All together?
All together before the first coffee of the morning. I take it, and after 3 months, make a blood check and BMI, and you will see that everything is became to a good place.
Would I have more cholesterol?
No. Olive oil is not have a lot of
Cholesterol free? Okay. Amazing. Yummy.
Il m'arrive de couper l'olive en deux et de les mettre sous le poisson.
Also, what you can do with these olives is to cut them in two, and you can also make fish with olives. So the olives must be always underneath whatever meat or fish you choose. I've chosen chicken for the reason that my grandma used to make us chicken with olives, and I would like to redo the same thing. I'm going to pick up the chicken, and we're going to continue from there. And look at that beauty. Definitely getting some of these. Here's my chicken. I love cuisse et haute cuisse. It's the thigh. I like it. So this is what I've chosen for today. You can also cut a full chicken and put it in. Est-ce que pour vous, il y avait une importance pour le poulet ou il fallait mettre des pièces spécifiques?
Non, chez nous, on a préféré le poulet parce que pour nous, c'était plus délicieux que la viande. Mais parfois, je cuisinais avec la viande.
Est-ce que c'était un poulet entier ou des pièces?
Et chacun aime une partie du poulet, donc je mets tout le poulet.
Ah, okay. So yeah, my mom says that actually she would put an entire chicken because in a chicken someone loves one piece or other, so she would rather put the entire chicken. I think our olives are ready. I can see already the olives changed their colors. Et les olives, ils ont changé leur couleur un peu.
Mais oui.
We put all our olive oil in tanks from metal. It will be better if we put it also in a green glass because the UV is make damage to the olive oil, and we want to keep it from the radiation of the UV.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep it, it must to be in a dark place, not to see the light. So usually if you use glass, you put it in a green or brown glass that keep it from the light. But if you want to be like me, that want really to keep it, I put it in a metal tanks. It could be a few size, as you see, but in a metal because I don't want it to see a light and I want to keep it. And if I keep it like this, it will live more time.
So now we have the olives. It's perfect. No vinegar, no salt. And now I'm going to put back these and I'm going to do like this. Yochi taught me how to do this. I'm doing as if I'm a professional, but when you take any vegetable that you cut or anything you cut, you need to use the other side of the knife.
Il faut mettre une cuillère de sauce tomate.
So we need to put 1 spoon.
Bon, maintenant, on peut mettre ou de la tomate ou la sauce tomate.
Oui, we can put either tomatoes or sauce tomatoes, but
Et qui n'aime pas la tomate, ne pas en mettre du tout.
oui, and if you don't like tomatoes, you see, this is how I talk to you all the time. You see how I learned to cook? If you don't like tomatoes, don't put tomatoes. I like, and my mom, she puts a lot of fresh tomatoes in all the sauces she put, and 1 spoon coffee.
Oui,
Coffee
tu
spoon?
peux ajouter encore
Okay,
un peu.
allez, I can put
Allez,
another
c'est
one.
tout.
Okay,
Une cuillère de
paprika.
paprika.
1 spoon of sweet paprika.
Oui,
I can always add.
tu peux en ajouter encore
I
un
will.
peu.
I like paprika. If you don't like paprika, you can prepare all the dish with curcuma, with turmeric. But I like turmeric and paprika together. I think it's the best taste ever. Now, not an entire spoon, of course, because it's a very strong spice.
C'est un peu trop.
Ah, you see,
que le
my mom
curcuma-
even says it's even too much.
Voilà. Ça va.
I'm negotiating. As olives are normally salty, we won't
Moi,
add.
personnellement, je n'ajoute pas de sel.
Ah,
Mais qui aime le sel peut ajouter
but I don't
une
like so it's
cuillère
fine.
plate.
So normally she doesn't add salt. In this case, if you want some salt because you like it salty, you add salt. I'm going to use this one, the Fisherlin one, as I liked the flavor. I'm going to use it for my salads, and I'm going to use the Syrian one, the suri. I'm going to use it for my cooking, not frying, as over 100 degrees, it's not good. But I
100
can use
degrees.
it in my oven. How much? Combien?
Un quart de verre plutôt.
Un quart de verre.
Ouais, ben il faut.
Eh ben, I will tell you how my mom taught me to cook. She never gave me any measures. She just told me, oh, just do it
un
and
peu
you'll
plus
see.
voilà.
Reminding us how much olive oil is so good for your health and it's so tasty. I am going to use it much more. Okay, as always, I put my little touch. A little bit of saffron will not hurt anybody. Okay.
Qui aime le piment piquant peut ajouter du piment piquant à la place de la paprika.
Oh,
Ou les
okay.
deux ensemble.
Okay, so actually if you like it hot, because some like it hot, well, you just add the hot paprika, or you can add a little le piment. I think in English it's hot pepper. You can put it in, the small ones, the big ones, you do whatever you like.
On mélange le tout.
So
On
you
dépose le poulet.
You put the chicken. Of course, the chicken, I have pre-washed it.
Ensuite, on ajoute de l'eau.
So we add the water. How much? Combien?
Il faut dépasser, encore. Il faut toujours dépasser le plat. Ce qu'il y a dedans, encore, ajoute,
So you have to add
ajoute.
until you have more than the chicken.
Voilà. Encore un peu.
Oh,
Même.
a little bit more.
Voilà. Et le mettre à bouillir, à cuire.
Okay, so we're going to put it first.
1 heure à peu près.
Okay, so first we're going to put it to boil, and once it's boiled, we're going to put the fire a little bit less. Okay, this is the way it should be. Little bit of piece of chicken above, but the water must go a little bit above, because we want to have sauce when it's cooked. Now, the time of cooking will depend in the quantity of the chicken you put. Remember, the chicken must be cooked, so I'm going to leave it to boil, and then I'm going to put a little bit smaller the fire. So we first put the chicken to boil, and once it's boiled, I'm going to put the fire half. Okay, be careful, and please do not leave your casserole alone. Be around it, because you need to check out all the time if you have enough water. So when Israel developed its water system, in the Negev, many could build up their own farms and use all these water systems in order to have water everywhere. So in the Negev, we have few farms like this. I count maybe 3 around my hometown in the Negev. We're in the vineyard, and we have several kind of grapes here. Yossi? I thought, I understood it was Chardonnay.
The vineyard is not big. We have 3 kind of grapes. Here we didn't choose the grape because of the time when they are ready, like the olives, as I say. Here we go about our taste. My wife likes the Chardonnay, I like the Syrah, and my children like
Syrah.
the Merlot.
Merlot.
So
But
I have
Syrah
3
and
kinds.
Merlot are red, and the Chardonnay, is
the
white.
All the time when I start with the farm, it was in my head that I want to make wine. But when they told me that I need to make just one kind of factory, I say, okay, I make the factory, it's good for me. So I decide that the olive tree will be the main thing, the main...
Your main activity.
Yes, but I don't want to
let go the
Forget
wine
my-
idea.
about
Yes,
my dream.
Your dream, yes.
So I decided to make just this small winery, and I make 3 kinds of wine in my friend's farm, as I say.
Oh, I understand. So you have the machine to make the
Olive
oil.
oil.
Someone else has the machines to make
The
the wine,
winery.
and someone else have
The cheese.
whatever for the cheese.
Yes.
It's
Every
only the
f-
production,
Yes.
not the
No,
plantations. Everybody can have plantations.
I raise olive tree and I raise the grape.
Yes.
But the grape I take to my friend.
Yes.
And he bring me his olives.
Oh, okay.
And
So it's a bit.
it's a relationship that
yes.
we change.
In French,
make-
it's called troc. I give you, you give me.
Yes.
No money involved. Just dealing with things together, producing. Oh, this is 21st century. I believe in it.
When the sugar start to go up in the grape, all the animals of the desert come and eat the grape. So nothing left to me to make the wine. So when the sugar became, there is a measure that you can measure the sugar. When it's come to the place that I know that now they make a lot of problem, I take the net and close it like this, and the grape are safe.
I'm going to check out my dish. I need to check out the level of the water and see if everything is okay. Oh, it's boiling very well. We are very, very early in the process, and I think I can add a little bit more water. And I'm going to cover it again. Oh, look at that bottle. Yossi just gave me our dinner bottle. But look closely, look closely, look. Yossi, is that you inside in a tractor?
This is my signature on the bottle. The name Imri is the name of my grandson.
Yes.
Because if people understand something with wine, if it's not contains more than 85% of the same
grape.
grape, you can't put the name of the grape.
Exactly.
So I need to look for a name for the wine, and I say I can call the name of my grandsons.
So here you have Syrah and
This one gets
Merlot?
Merlot and Syrah.
Yes.
And the other one is Merlot and Shiraz, and it's called Leroy of the other grandson.
Of the other grandchild. Look how beautiful it is. Man, it's so amazing. 3 kind of grapes in such a small area. It's the Chardonnay.
The special things of this wine is because we call it in Israel orange wine, because when you make a white wine, you squeeze the grapes and through everything and take just the liquid. Here we make it as the red wine. After the crush we still let it get the color from the grape, and it's became orange. Okay?
Wow.
White wine, you take just the liquid from the squeeze and put it in a tank and start to make the wine from the liquid. Here we make the same process as a red wine, so you get the color from the grape. So it's a Chardonnay that made in the process of red wine. That's why it's called orange Chardonnay, because of the color of the grapes.
The sentence of the year. It's recommended to drink with someone you love. We do have Imri with us, but we don't have Yossi, unfortunately. We lost him on the way as he's very busy preparing his guest house. Thanks to him, we're having this wonderful wine, our wonderful olive oil, and of course, he could teach us today, reminding us how much olive oil is so good for your health and it's so tasty. I am going to use it much more. Merci pour nous accueillir ici.
Avec plaisir.
Merci de nous avoir prêté ta cuisine. So today we are going to have our dinner at Stéphan's house, an old friend of mine and of my mom's. And today we're going to open, of course, the bottle we got from Karmei Har NEGEV, the vineyards of the mountain of the Negev. Imri.
Tu vas sentir encore que je sers.
He says it smells the Negev.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Excellent.
Excellent.
You can smell the Negev. It means you can smell the terroir, the land,
C'est ça.
the stones. Thank you for having us. Bye. La cuillère.
vas-y.
Voilà.
C'est délicieux.
That's beautiful. Wow.
Et il faut laisser encore un peu.
Encore un petit peu
Un
parce
petit
que.
peu, oui, parce que les olives sont légèrement dures.
Ah, okay. So we need to leave it a little bit longer because the olives are too firm. They are not soft yet. Let's see if it's ready. That's look perfect. Look, the level is okay. I do want to keep some sauce because I do like to use leftovers. My mom made lots of rice and I just heat it up. Look how beautiful it is. I'm going to put it here. I'll crush it. This. Put it here. And it's ready. Let's taste it. Perfect. All cooked. Perfect. The olives are melting in my mouth. It's perfect.
Américain.
אהבת כלולותייך, לכתך אחריי במדבר. זוכר לך את חסד נעורייך, אהבת כלולותייך, לכתך אחריי במדבר. עוד זוכר לך את חסד נעורייך, אהבת כלולותייך, לכתך אחריי במדבר.